Welcome back to Wave of Docker. Got another series preview for you today. Orioles take on the Seattle Mariners in Seattle at T-Mobile Park from today, Tuesday, July 2nd to Thursday, July 4th. 3-game set. Orioles had the off day yesterday, which is weird, first off day in 2 weeks. Ended the brutal June that I talked about, and everyone's talked about really if you're following the Orioles, as a very brutal June, take on the Yankees, Phillies, Braves, Guardians, a lot of strong teams, Astros. Came out of it 17-12 and tied for the American League East lead. So I'd say that's a win on all accounts. I'm curious to see what, prior to this month or prior to June, David said about, my expectations for the month. But I think looking back on it, it was just a really good month. We got swept, 5-game losing streak, but still, third best record in the league, tied for the first in the AL East. Everyone's looking good. I'd say it's a pretty good month. I'm not too worried about it. New month coming on here, July, All-Star break coming up soon. Yeah, a lot of good stuff happening right now for the Orioles. 3-game set, like I said. Orioles are 53-31, tied with the Yankees for first in the AL East. Mariners are 47-39, 3 up on the Astros in the AL West. Last time seeing the Seattle in Baltimore, we won 2 out of 3 back in May. So, we've seen them before. Good baseball team, really good rotation. Let's just dive in. Game 1, Grayson Rodriguez versus George Kirby. In Grayson's last start, he put together another great outing. 7 innings, 2 earned runs, no walks, 5 hits, and a win as the Orioles snapped their 5-game losing streak. I was excited. Leaving the 6th, he struck out that last batter for his first strikeout of the game, and then he struck out the side in the 7th. I was hyped after he struck out the side. That was fantastic. It was really great to see that from Grayson. After 4 weaker starts, outside of, I don't think Burns' start against Astros was really weak. But after, losing 4 straight, frustrating. Or after losing 5 straight, really frustrating, getting swept. For Grayson to come in there and deliver a really strong start is great, just kind of for him and for the team, obviously, to have a guy who's considered, our secondary ace go out there and deliver a strong start. It's just huge. He's now 9-3 with a 3.72 ERA over 82 1/3 innings. He's just been fantastic this year. Doing everything he did great in the second half of last season and doing it even better. Acting as, the secondary ace to Corbin Burns. I just kind of blanked right there. But, he's having a fantastic season. And I'm excited for his start tonight. George Kirby, 7-5 with a 3.35 ERA over 99 1/3 innings. 99 innings pitched. In his last time out, he went 6 innings, allowing 1 run on 4 hits and 0 walks. Leads the MLB in strikeouts per walk. He's the master of the zone. We've known that. He had the lowest walks per 9 last year and led the league in strikeouts per walks last year as well. We've known that he's, Greg Maddux-esque. Obviously not as prolific as him, but same level of control, doesn't walk a lot of batters. In his last outing against Baltimore, though, he went 6 innings, allowing 5 earned runs on 9 hits and no walks, and was scored a loss. The Orioles got to him last time. Hopefully they can do the same tonight. But he's one of the better pitchers in the majors. His numbers may not look as, top end in terms of, pitchers in the league right now, but in terms of stuff and what he's able to do on the mound every night, I think he's one of my favorite pitchers in the league, at least. Just the way he pitches, the way he's able to go deep in games and control the zone, I just think it's really impressive. George Kirby, he's no joke, and he's looking really good this year, so hopefully the Orioles can get to him again tonight. Game 2, I'm assuming, it's still TBA, I'm recording this at 11 a.m. on the day of the first game. I'm assuming it's going to be Corbin Burns, that's my guess. Corbin Burns versus Logan Gilbert. I'm basing Corbin starting on that his last start was last Thursday, the 27th, and High likes to give him a consistent amount of rest, so I think he's going to pitch this game. He usually follows up Grayson Rodriguez, but, it could also be Dean Kramer, who I'm going to talk about for the next game, because I think he's also going to make his return to the rotation. But I digress. Corbin Burns. Last outing, he went 7, allowing 1 run on 9 hits, no walks over 7 innings. I already said that. No, over 7 innings. Lowering his ERA to 2.28, now 9-3 over 17 starts. We've known who he was. We knew who he was when we got him. He's been just that for us this whole year, having only 1 weaker start, and that weaker start was allowing, 4 earned runs over 7 innings. He's the guy. Top 5 in ERA, top 5 in wins. He's just, one of the better pitchers, probably one of the best pitchers in the American League. I'd venture to say that he's arguably the American League Cy Young favorite right now. If not, it's probably like, I don't know, Seth Lugo, Tanner Houck, I don't know. But I mean, he's been fantastic for us. We got exactly what we paid for, and I just love watching him pitch. It's just awesome to have a pitcher of this caliber on my baseball team in my lifetime, because, probably the next best pitcher on this team that we've had is probably Mike Mussina, and I wasn't alive when he was pitching for the Orioles, so it's awesome to have a guy like this on the team. Logan Gilbert, 5-4 over 17 starts with a 2.72 ERA for 112.1 innings. Insane. Leads the majors in walks and hits per inning pitched at 0.881. Goes deep into games, limits base runners. Pretty much everything you want to ask for one of your pitchers or any pitcher. I mean, it's just, he's been great. Last time he went 6 innings, allowing 2 earned runs on 4 hits and no walks. He's gone 6+ innings in all but 2 of his 17 starts. So it's crazy, The Mariners trust their guys to go deep in the games, and they do just that, and they limit base runners. This Mariners rotation, I mean, I talked about it in the last video with the Mariners and probably last season. I mean, it's just one of the stronger rotations. Arguably, if not, probably besides, I'd say, Philadelphia, I think they probably have the best rotation in baseball. It's ridiculous. It's really good. Game 3. This is where it gets a little sticky. I think it's going to be Dean Kramer. His last rehab start was 5 days ago from today. Albert Suarez and Cole Irvin have been fading a little bit. I mean, Albert Suarez had a good last start, but prior to that, I think we're probably going to push Irvin to the bullpen to make it Grayson, Corbin, Dean, Povich, Suarez, if I had to guess. Or Grayson, Corbin, Dean, Suarez, Povich, and then have Irvin in the bullpen. Or trade for the guy, trade for somebody and put that guy in the rotation, but that's obviously looking ahead. But Dean Kramer's last rehab start was 5 days ago. Blah, blah, blah. Last start was on May 20th. His rehab start was on the 27th, like I said. Last real MLB start was May 20th. Real had 5 earned runs over 4 innings. Optically hasn't had the strongest start to the year. But as a Dean Kramer believer, I love Dean Kramer. Outside of, I'd say, 3 or 4 of his 9 starts on the year, I think he's been one of the stronger pitchers on their rotation. Obviously, if their rotation is fully healthy, he's a 4th or 5th guy. But in the state that it's in right now, plugging him back into this rotation is huge, just for the entire pitching staff, especially if Michael Elias can go out there and get another arm, making it, just if you had to power rank a rotation, I guess, having Corbin, Grayson, new guy, Kramer, Povich, or Povich, Kramer, or whatever. I think that's just huge. Because obviously, if Bradish was healthy, if Means was healthy, if Wells was healthy, this pitching staff would just be completely different. But having Dean Kramer back and healthy is just huge. It's lifting a lot of weight off the shoulders of Brandon Hyde and the other pitchers on the staff, because he's just a guy that can go pretty regularly 6 or 7. He'll allow 2 or 3 earned runs, but he's able to go deep in the games, and he's shown that. So I think having him back on this rotation is just huge, and hopefully he makes his return on Thursday, but obviously that's just my estimate. But I think that's why it's TBA, because it's either going to be Corbin or Dean tomorrow. I think it's going to be Corbin. I'm not the manager. That's just my guess. I'm excited to have Dean back on the rotation, whenever it may be. Bryce Miller, 6-7 over 17 starts with a 3.88 ERA over 97 1/3 innings. Last time out, he went 5, allowing 2 earned runs over 5, striking out 6 batters and walking 1. Like I said, this Mariners rotation is very capable, and the sophomore pitcher out of Texas is no exception. He's just been, he's having a weaker start compared to his rookie year last year, but he's still going out there, and going 5 or 6, limiting earned runs like this. It's just it's a tricky rotation. But last time against Baltimore, he allowed 4 earned runs over 5 1/3 innings and was scored a loss. So the Orioles have got to Kirby and Bryce Miller. Have not faced Logan Gilbert yet this year, so we'll see how we do tomorrow night against him. But yeah, this should be an exciting series. I think we have 2 or 3 more series before the All-Star break. So hopefully we go into the break 1 or 2 games up on the Yankees. But yeah, the Yankees are skating. Orioles a little heating up. Gunnar Henderson home run derby. 6 Orioles up for positional all-star selections. Really exciting time in Baltimore. Go Orioles, as always. Let's go O's, blah, blah, blah. And peace out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Blah, 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 blah.